let's hit the stadium. Welcome to the tailgate. La carne asada, las cervezas, and them fine babes. Throw on a jersey and represent for LA. Let's keep it pushing through the 110 on the freeway. So bring the soccer ball, we getting at the soccer moms. Politic with OGs, waiting till the game is on. 121, sit behind the goalie bond. Sunday night soccer, call me when the game is on. Gotta put the flags up, Kobe with the mask up. Cosmo in the galaxy, we about to blast off. Oh yeah, it's about to be lit. In the sky with the fireworks to go with a chip. We about to micheladas, come and get me a sip. Gotta show us some love, come and chill for a bit. Seen her go for the fame, or a hat with a trick. So don't go for them lames, be a G with us quit. 9-6, remember we the veterans who trying to be the veteran and mastering the elements. Don't judge us by our melanin, the color of our city is what really makes us elegant. Kicking with them aliens.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Community G, another Friday night, and we are back with episode number 17. We're really happy to be back another week. What's up, Manny? How's it going?
What's up? How's it going? Thank you everybody for tuning in. Just want to give a big shout out to all my April birthday families. I know I have about 6 birthdays already. So one big happy birthday to my dad. It's his birthday today, so big happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to your dad, and I know other family members in your family that have been celebrating this month and more to come, right? And then the return that everybody has been asking for. You know what? We were about to stop this. Ya estábamos listos para cancelar Community, porque the people were going a little crazy because Baltazar took a day off, man. Yeah.
I started signing a petition. I started petition signing. I'm like, what's going on to cancel us? Come mierda.
¿Y cómo estamos, Chapín? ¿Cómo está todo?
Cuídenme.
Hey, mira.
Buenas noches, don Kevin. ¿Cómo está?
Bien. Contento de tenerte de regreso. Ante que I've been getting DMs of people telling me like, hey, man, Chapin's leaving. So I don't know if it's true or what, but I've been hearing a little bit of rumors. But you know what? Like, all serious talk.
I got death threats, bro. Si no traes Chapín de regreso, te vamos a matar. Yo sé dónde agarras café. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, damn, they sent me a picture, too, of me.
You know what though, but I'm happy to have you back. I think we've gotten used to working with each other, all three of us, right? So it's really happy to have you guys back. But Chapín, ¿cómo estuvo tu semana? How you been?
I'm good, boys. Just busy, little busy, you know. We have a lot of things going on right now. Pero estamos haciendo tiempo, and happy to be with you guys. Aunque no estaba happy viéndolo la semana pasada.
I apologize. I took it a little too far with you, man. I really apologize. But
I just play.
No, but you know what, man? I thought it was good because we had someone come in and fill in for you, and that was our good friend Marvin. That we're gonna be having him shortly because he's gonna be our guest for this week. But let's go ahead and get started. You guys, we started the first week, so we had the first 2 match days for Liga Galaxia, the Xbox League and Pro Clubs, right? And Manny, how has it been, that transition? Now that we are fully going, that transition from the PS4 League to the Xbox.
It's going good. It's a new way of playing, I guess. We have a new formation. I mean, for me, I have a new position. I think Liga G has been holding me back. Now they're letting me just play out in the wings. So
yeah.
It's fun. It's a different atmosphere, different party chat. So it's good.
And you know what, man? I don't know if I know Liga Galaxia does not have a Newcomer of the Season award. So I'm going to create it, and I'm already giving it to you. Because, you have 2 goals and 3 assists in the first 6 games?
Yeah, but I think I'm going to have to pass it over to Chapín. He's undefeated.
Puta.
He's undefeated.
Me dan la pelota cuando no hay portero. No jodas, así hasta yo las echo.
Nah, hey, las meto, güey. Hey, but that fool's undefeated. Es el Dani Alves or Marcelo de la Liga Galaxia right now.
And you know what? Me being a defender, I feel really comfortable with Chapín, especially when he's on the right side of the field. I think his awareness is there. That's his natural positions when it comes to pro clubs. And de que no le gustaba cuando se fue a defensa, he didn't like it. But now I think he feels a little more comfortable on the right side.
Hasta se pintó el pelo el cerote y anda como pinche güero ahí adentro.
Es Chapín Araujo ahora.
Yeah.
Hey, pero Hey, pero si no juego defensa, no juego en ningún lado. Puta, weón, tengo que jugar abajo, no.
Yeah, and then but so let's go ahead and start recapping the first week. So the first game day it was Cosmos against Star Lords. Of course, because we're not able to really watch the other games, right? But Cosmo they swept Star Lords, right? And
That's
on
surprising.
yes, on paper, that's very surprising that it's a sweep. But two of those games went to PKs, and that's where Star Lords loses those two games, and the last one was, I believe, 4-2. So we could take that with a grain of salt, of course. For Cosmos to compete and take them to PKs, big props to them, right?
Yes,
But
big props. But you saw Peyton out there flexing on Twitter and stuff like that. He wouldn't even let me sleep with all those cat memes he was putting up.
so that's a conversation I had with a member of Star Lords today. We were talking, and I told him, you know what? It's fine that they beat you guys right now. When yes, it matters, but it doesn't really matter because I was like, when
Hey,
you guys
every
go,
point matters.
every point matters.
Decision
But
day, every point matters, bro.
decision day. But that's what I'm saying. Okay, it's better that you drop these points, let them feel themselves, let them feel good, and then when it matters, when it's the playoffs or decision day or seeding is in between, that's where you go ahead and take care of business.
I think I'm opposite. I think if I beat you and if I haven't beat you in a while, or if I haven't beat you and I beat you and I swept you, I come in confidence the next game that hey, I can't beat you again
But you don't
because
think you could get
you're
overconfident?
because you're gonna come in that you have to beat me.
Yeah.
You're gonna come in that you have to beat me so bad because I already swept you.
Yeah, but
So
you don't think you'll get overconfident, feeling like okay, we already got this team.
no, because you're still the underdog.
Yeah,
On paper, you're still the underdog. So if you lose, you're expected to lose. But if you win again, you already beat them in their heads.
yeah, absolutely. And then just to go a little bit ahead, then Cosmos goes ahead and wins their next three games, so they're currently undefeated. Cosmos they bounce back and they get the sweep yesterday against Walnut Park, right? Another
Yeah.
team that started off really good the first match day was Chonchos. They get the first sweep. They sweep their first series against the reserves, and then let's talk about a little bit about Chonchos. So they come in undefeated, and then we lose our the series 1-2. Right, we win our first game. It's good. Chapín, ¿qué fue lo que pasó nuestra primera serie cuando ganamos el primer partido y los segundos dos no los ganamos? Y tienes que decir algo que no sea, oh, yo nomás jugué el partido que ganamos. Because you only play the game we won, the other two
Calmaos,
games.
no te
Yeah,
creas
yeah.
tampoco, Cerote,
Yeah.
porque si no eres banca.
Lo
Yeah.
único que puedo decir es que yo los hago ganar. Es lo único que puedo decirlo. Y
Yeah,
que
hey.
cada vez que me mandan a sentarme en la banca, ustedes pierden, no sé por qué razón. Entonces debería de...
¿Culpa
no sé
de
si
George o de
no-
Rudy? ¿Culpa
No
de
sé
George
si
o de
Rudy
Rudy?
nos está viendo o si ustedes tienen el número de Rudy o mándenle un DM, ustedes saben dónde localizar a Rudy. Nada, pero ya pues fíjate que en el primer partido yo creo que jugamos bien, todos supimos jugar nuestras posiciones. Tú sabes que pues no es como en la vida real de que tú te cansas o algo, pero si sabes mantener tu posición jugando en, en lo que sea es el Xbox, podemos ganar y cada quien supo hacer lo que teníamos que hacer para ganar ese partido. En los otros dos partidos que perdieron, pues, ¿qué le puedo decir?
Que
Si ustedes no
perdieron.
ganan.
Que you heard it? You heard it?
No me pierdes, Cerote, es bien creído. Porque
No,
de Community a Xbox ya he creído ese Cerote.
Nada, pero los otros dos partidos creo que hubo un poquito de falta de comunicación porque tuvieron chances para meter la pelota. Lo único que les falta es pegarles. A veces parecen inválidos ahí queriendo llevarse uno de más y es lo que nos pasa, que cuando
Pues,
no metemos las que tenemos,
decirle los nombres, pues Jesse y Rooney.
no quiero decir que Jesse sea malo, pero yo ya dije que yo tengo un strike bill right there. So just waiting for it. So Rudy, si estás viendo esto, haceme caso.
No, and big shout out to Jesse. He had a big game yesterday. I'm not sure how many goals he had, but he took care of business yesterday. So let's go ahead and touch on that. So we win our first game, lose the next two. So we come in with 1 point. Chonchos is coming in with 3 points. And then Manny, what went down yesterday? Chonchos versus Straight from the Stands.
No, I think we just stick to our game plan. We didn't lose our composure. I think we communicated well. Aunque los tiramos la madre in every fucking party chat that we can. But we executed. We didn't panic, and we came up with some victories. You know what I mean? They were tight fight runs. There was not like a it was not like a big game, but it was not a lot of goals, but it was good. It was good fighting against Chonchos. So
And you
respect
know
to them.
what? Big shout out to Chonchos, because even though, like, George would say, we came out, we punched them in the mouth the first two games, right? We went up 2-0 early, but they kept fighting, they kept going at it, and the games were tight. We won every game by 1 goal, and they had us, right? Especially those last two games, they were very hard because my center back Germs, he lagged out, Rudy lagged out, and so we went down with two less players. And even though he wasn't there, Germ scores the game-winning goal off a corner, right? So big shout out to them, because they took care of business. And then I just want to read something real quick. I reached out to Timmy. He's the coach for Chonchos, and there's a little write-up he had. The first series against the reserves, we had 3 solid games. As we got the sweep, everyone played great, from defense to the attack. We played our game. Silly Kitty Boy bagged 4 assists that series, which contributed a lot, and then Boo scored a banger as well. Overall, a good series. Our second series against Straight from the Stands, I feel we could have definitely done a lot better. A lot of mistakes on our end, but we still played even with them, as we only lost by 1 goal each game. Once we correct those errors, we easily could win the next series now on Tuesday against FC Alcoholics. You know what? He talks about their mistakes, and we were talking about that in our chat, where we were like, when they make mistakes, we don't capitalize. And when we make mistakes, other teams do. But you know what's funny? That we all have that mentality of, hey, let's not make those mistakes.
No, it goes back to, like, if everybody plays their game, whichever game plan it is, and just like real soccer, once you mess up their game plan, they're scrambling, and they're trying to get back to the game. Same thing here in FIFA. Even though it's on virtual pitch, we have a game plan, but once we get scored on, people start thinking like, "Oh, I need to do something more. I need to do something extra. I need to do everything else." And yeah, regardless of anything, they put up a good fight. With this, we went through that with Escuadrón. Um, they knocked us out of our game, even though we were fighting back and forth. We just couldn't get those goals in. So big shout out to them too, because they actually held. They were the opposite of us. They held their stuff down, and didn't let us get back into the game.
Absolutely. And you know what, man? We've been talking about Liga Galaxia a little bit, and just to finish that off, Walnut is one of the new teams, and they got their first win against Effort, so big shout out to them. Also, the Reserves, a new team, they won a series against Effort, and then we play the Reserves up next, so that's really exciting. We need to start capitalizing it and put ourselves in a good position to make the playoffs and make a good run. And also, if you haven't checked it out, ligagalaxia.com, that website is really, really nice, on point. Big shout out to Rudy and everyone involved, because all the stats are there, the standings, the schedule. So big shout out to them, and tune in to those games. It's really fun.
Yeah, and if you're a manager, you want to give your little piece in for your team, shoot it through to community. We'll plug it in.
Definitely, I'm gonna try to do a better job of reaching out to others. Just been a little hectic day, and it was a last minute thing that came up. But yeah, we'll definitely start getting everybody's feedback. But let's go ahead and bring in our guest, a familiar face, because you guys saw him with us last week, and that is Marvin. What's up, Marvin? ¿Cómo estamos?
What's up, guys? Hey, so I'm wondering, after listening to you guys play or talk about online gaming, can I join you guys for my PlayStation 2, bro?
Ah, come on, no tenemos Super Nintendo.
Pero you know what, man? Even like, for
Hey, se
example,
le nota a Marvin los años, se le nota a Marvin los años.
Hey, Chapín 2.0, no, hombre, compa, así nunca la vas a bajar.
no, hey, pero saber, tal vez hay un equipo that's willing to get you a PS4, porque allá en la liga de PS4, there's a team that they ended up getting a PS4 for a player that didn't have one, so you never know.
Hey, también en liga, en Xbox leagues, I've heard rumors.
As long as it connects to my black and white 32-inch TV, bro, I'm cool, man.
Mira,
Just make sure que no tenga cucarachas, okay? Las que te van a dar. You're gonna be good.
No, o si no, juntate con Chapín, porque es puro nuevo compra de la Curazao. Tiene buen crédito.
Hey,
Man, you
hey,
guys make it sound all cool, man. Like I've been meaning to catch one of those things, but
Jump on the
honestly,
golf, baby. Jump on the golf. We're in the golf league too now.
hey, yeah,
come on,
the
man. Is
golf
it
is
virtual?
fun.
Or...
It's
Virtual.
Yeah.
it's virtual, yeah, it's virtual, but it's really fun the way they have set it up. It's really fun. It's very interactive. You're just hanging out with other people, other Galaxy fans, you could say. So that's really cool. Something I enjoyed. I joined for the first time last week, and I had a lot of fun. So I'm trying to convince Chapin, pero como que no quiere el Chapin.
Ya tengo muchos contratos que cumplir.
And you know what? That's true. That's very true because someone reached out to me that they're working on a Galaxy
Vaya.
project,
Vaya.
and one of your participants, we're trying to find out a date. And I'm like, okay, on Tuesdays no puedo because we have games with Straight from the Stands. On Wednesdays we have practice with Galacticos, a PS4 team, and then on Thursdays we have games. On Friday we have this. On Sundays I have another podcast I do with Marvin, and then we have practice. So it's like Monday and Thursdays are just Monday. It's like the day I have kind of free.
It's funny because you say that because I was talking to my brother, and he's like, "Oh, let's go do it." Like, nah, I play. Like, will you play? Like, yeah, I play. And like, oh, I golf. Like, oh, you golf? Like, yeah. He's like, where do you go do all this? Like, at home, baby, virtually, baby, I'll be there. Boom, boom. He's like, come miedo. Like, hey, I can't physically go do everything. Virtually, I'm everywhere, baby. I'm like Carmen San Diego.
Why is
It's
it that
not
every
because
time
you
I play? No,
It's
I was
not
gonna
because
say
you can. No te dejan, güey. No te
no te
dejan salir.
no lo deja. No, hey, babe, why is it that every time I play, bro, I have a PS3. I think I'm playing FIFA 2015 or 16, something like that. But every time I log in and I try to play somebody online, I always end up playing with somebody in the Middle East, bro. Like a 13, 14-year-old, they all start singing in
Oh, mira,
Arabic. I was
cerote,
like, what the hell?
you play with PS3. ¿Qué más lo va a tener? El Chapi ya
Hey.
ordenó PS6.
Ey, son de Argentina, estos de Guatemala, de El Salvador.
Hey, you know
Me salió
what?
un chapín
Hey,
y me
funny
estaba
thing
hablando en
that
Nahuatl, bro.
funny thing that you mentioned que Guatemala, there's a team that Baltasar got us connected with, a pro clubs team in Guatemala, and we play them, and they're over there. So FIFA and video games, it's everywhere. So that's something that's really cool. But Marvin, let's go ahead and touch a little bit on you, because we had you last week, but you were filling in for Chapin the Great. So we weren't able to really touch a lot on you and focus on what you do and stuff like that. But Marvin, go ahead and tell us, how was it that you became a Galaxy fan?
Well, let me show you better. Hold on. I have a little souvenir. Hold on, let me see. I
Hey,
don't know if you
aguarda
can see
eso,
it.
porque
You see
Chapin
this?
ahorita he's about to offer you like
Oh,
20
vaya.
bucks.
This?
Ey,
Ajá.
Look at that. Look at that.
¿Qué dice ahí?
Cha-
¿Qué dice?
Chapín, ¿de
¿Qué
qué
dice?
año es Chapín?
Hey, ese
¿cuánto?
te va a ofrecer
¿Cuánto?
$20.
Ey,
No, mira, es que
¿necesitas algún micrófono nuevo o like, un setup nuevo?
no,
Let me know.
fíjate que I was lucky, man. Yo estaba en high school, bro, cuando comenzó la liga, man, and then I used to play for the Burbank High team. Actually, coincidentally, I used to play for Adam Saldaña's. I don't know if it's his dad or uncle, but he used to be my coach. So we were super high after the World Cup in '94. We're waiting for something to happen when the league started. We were all excited with my friends. We decided to jump in right away, and just to add to the excitement when they announced Cienfuegos was going to be playing for the Galaxy, I was happy personally because like he used to play with my grandpa when he was a child back in El Salvador, so my family kind of knew him. I had met him back in '93 when he was with the World Cup Salvi team, La Selecta. It was super cool to me. So when he became part of the team, I was like, it was an extra incentive. And back in the day, like the tickets were like $10. Even when I was in high school, I was able to afford those tickets. So we just started going. And then our summer league used to play outside the Rose Bowl too. So when we're practicing, we'll be all excited. The season hadn't even started yet, but we're all like playing outside the Rose Bowl, and we're like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we actually made it to the MLS? Only one of my classmates actually made it to the MLS. He got to play with DC United before he went back to Argentina. But so we were there when it was born, the league. Galaxy being one of the top 10 teams and having a Salvi, having my second tío, Martín Machón. He doesn't know it, but we're related. So I don't know. It kind of ran in the blood, and it was kind of cool to be there and to be there through the Genesis era of the league. So you can kind of say that I grew up with the league. So 26 years later, I mean, I'm still here as a fan.
A huevo. Así no, así es. Así
Ah,
es.
sí.
Y si no, pues. We
Bonita
chuck
la
you.
camisola, ¿eh? Bonita la camisola. Hablamos de negocios al ratito.
Sí, hombre, mira. Y no solo eso, pero it's a game worn jersey de jugada de ese
Yeah.
partido.
Hey, no, you haven't watched it, right?
You know what, man?
Smell it, smell it, smell it.
Estaba en El Salvador y la dejaron un poquito, pero like the little stains, they add to the value,
A
bro.
ver, volalo.
Yeah.
Era.
Smells like that, folks? Does it smell like him?
Sí,
This is way
igualito.
like
So yeah, bro, that's me. I do photography too, and I've been lucky enough that I got to shoot like a lot of the professional teams in LA, like Lakers, Clippers.
You also carry a show, LA Vox, something like that, right?
That's what I was gonna tell you. So when I started working my regular job or whatever, I got to meet this bomb ass photographer, dude, Temo Reyes. So we started talking. I used to work on a radio station. He used to work on a radio station. And then he was telling me that back in the day, he used to shoot for the Chivas USA. He used to shoot for the Galaxy. And then we started talking. So one day we ran into this guy. I told him, I was like, you know what? My dream is to one day shoot a professional soccer game. So he's like, I'm gonna see if I can make it happen. I thought he forgot about it. One day he goes, hey, look what I got you, bro. It was El Salvador playing Armenia. I don't know if you guys remember, like 3 years ago when they brought Mkhitaryan. So he goes, you want to go? I was like, fuck yeah, I do as a photographer. I've shot like high school games and stuff before college, but I've never done a professional game.
Do you need a model? I have a friend that's a model.
El Chapín, no, el
Hueva,
Chapín muy
hueva,
caro,
hueva.
cobra, bro.
En tanga quiere salir.
No, el Chapín no, quiere una cabecera ahí de los mayas ahí para estar así. No.
Esa camisola nomás, esa camisola hablamos.
Nomás la camisola y calzón le dice.
No, al Chapín, mira, si se pone la camisola en tanga and he gets me a pass to shoot for the LA Galaxy, which I have never done. That's the only professional team that I've never gotten to shoot. Then we'll do it, man. You get to wear it too. Si me metes.
Hey, you heard it here, right? If we make that happen, we're going to see it?
Aquí, te vas a poner.
No, hey, if we make that happen, we're going to see it, right?
The jersey?
Right? We're going to see it, right? We're going to see Chapin on it with the bottle, right? We make the, for whatever reason.
En tanga.
One day you shoot a Galaxy game.
Hey, if you make it happen, bro, whatever you guys, I might even bring my my signed 2012 Galaxy shirt for everybody to take a photo with it too. So.
Mira, Chapin ya le subió todo el corazón.
Vaya.
Y yo estaba esperando cuando ustedes subieron a Martín Machón. I was hoping that you guys will get him to give us a jersey, man.
Está caño, Sorote. No quiere say he's like, no.
He was like, no. No, but yeah, dude. So it's a little bit of I met the guy. He kind of took me to the game. Then I met at the Dignity Health Sports Park. I actually met this guy named Rene Romano. He's a great freaking writer. He's the main guy for the LAVox.com. So we started talking. We hit it off. Es Chapín el cabrón también. So he goes, hey man, I might need help doing games. Will you be down? I have assignments here and there. So. Because of Temo, I met Rene. Rene opened a lot of doors for me. And, through him, I met like other people. I was shooting the Galaxy, the training before the season started last year. That's how I met somebody else. And through that person, I met Kevin. We did a couple, the podcast, and then we've been doing it for the last few months. So it's crazy how small, once you start talking to people, meeting people, like the media, photographers, everybody, they all know each other. But the one thing nobody has been able to get me is a photo pass for the Galaxy, man. I'm still waiting for that invite,
We'll work
bro.
on that. We'll work on that, and we have Marvin Machon. I heard that's Martin Machon's long lost nephew. So that's the second Machon we've had, right? Marvin, go ahead and touch from the time that you have followed this team. ¿Cuáles son esas memorias que llevas contigo de este equipo?
Man, las memorias, bro. It's my aunt used to live. Actually, she lives by the Rose Bowl, probably like a mile and a half. So cuando estaba bicho, man, in high school, nos parqueábamos, bro, and we'll just walk to the stadium with my uncle. A couple of my cousins and stuff. I would meet my friends. It was cool, bro. I love the fact that when it all started, a lot of people knew each other. So whenever you go to the Rose Bowl, ya todos se conocían, bro. íbamos también con un vato que he was dating one of my friends. Metía, no sé cómo le hacía, pero metía los phone books, bro, las guías telefónicas,
Oh,
las,
fuck.
las metía al estadio, bro. So, you know, the game will start, the first 10 minutes, ahí se ponía el cabrón, se ponía a romper las páginas, man, a mano. So, cuando
For
había
what
un
though?
gol, dude, cuando hacía un gol, el Galaxy era a mano, lo tiraban, because no habían confetti guns, there was nothing, none of the pyrotechnics or anything that you see now.
Hey, those fucking phone books were fucking huge, bro.
I don't know
Those
how
were
you used
fucking
to
like
sneak
this.
him out.
Hey, you guys ever seen the yellow? Hey, kids nowadays will never know what the fuck the yellow pages are, bro. I
He
don't
used to
find
take the
something.
white pages, bro. The white pages was even bigger because the
Ah,
white pages
yeah.
was people. Pero no sé cómo los metía, bro. Yo creo que los tiraba por el fence.
¿No huelían mal?
¿Ah?
¿No huelían mal esos
No,
papeles?
no, huele. No, si eran nuevos, cabrón.
Hey,
Pero
because my dad used to take me to the games. Y me decían, hey, no toques ese globo.
no eran globos, bro.
I was saying that. My dad was like, hey, don't touch that globe. That's not a globe. Let that shit go.
No, pero ¿sabes qué, bro? Cuando estaba en el Rose Bowl me gustaba porque cuando todos entraban juntos. And then when you go through the tunnels con los tambores y todo, bro, retumbaba, en los túneles. Y a comparación, you know, cuando yo crecí en El Salvador, bro, yo crecí viendo a la Alianza en el Cuscatlán, que if they're having a good game, everybody was happy. If they're having a bad game, you will see agüita de riñón, you know, like piss flying all over the place. So when I would go to the Galaxy, yeah, I was like, it's so different. Everybody's so nice. Everybody's so cool. It felt like a family environment. And that's one of the things that's always stuck with me, you know, with the team. One of the things that I like about the team.
Ahora en estos tiempos, ¿ha sido algún, digámosle, algún partido? Bueno, me imagino que vas a los partidos del Galaxy. ¿Ha sido algún partido y te has sentado en algún supporter group?
Fíjate que una vez me senté, pero ya hace años cuando comenzaba Lars, because I had a friend that, you know, he liked it, he was trying, but he didn't know anybody. So we're sitting there, loco, no conocíamos a nadie, pero ya de viejo, ya, you know, I'm like twice Don Kevin's age, you know, so, y ahora me gusta mi cafecito más calmadito y no sé, me puedo los cantos populares, bro, pero como nunca me he ido por esa ruta. Siempre que agarro like season tickets or half season or packages, I try to kind of like keep to myself, more low key, you know what I mean?
Es porque, como dice Cerote, eres photographer. He likes to film the game, take a picture of the game.
No,
Vos
no,
eres bolo, que
no.
vos nomás andás, quieres pegándome, quitarte la camisa, you know, pegarle el tambor. Eso te gusta a ti.
No, te pregunto porque te quiero preguntar, ahí va la otra pregunta, like, ¿qué es lo diferente que ves antes cuando ibas al estadio y lo de ahora? O sea, la diferencia de antes, cuando empezó todo madre, como le podíamos llamar, y lo de ahorita.
Bueno, los Galaxians, me acuerdo que estaban en el Rose Bowl y todo, pero no eran tan desmadrosos, que eran bien tranquilos. They were like happy supporters, you know? Ahora se mira que cuando voy al estadio, bro, especialmente con el Victoria Block, ¿es it Victory or Victoria? Siempre se me olvida.
Victoria.
Sí.
Yeah, Victoria Block. Se mira más organizado, bro. It looks like the team actually pays more attention to the supporter groups, which I like because I see him like increasing in numbers, you know? I like that. And the fact that there's another team that was revived across town, I think it kind of like revitalized the fan base, como que les prendió un fuego a todos para unirse un poquito más y se siente un poquito más diferente el ambiente. Me gusta porque tiene más vida ahora el estadio, man.
One thing that I like about the atmosphere, and I've always said that, like, you know, I sat at 234, like always up top for like the first few years. I always like the tambores. I always like the noise. And when you go to other sports, basketball, hockey, baseball, you know, it doesn't matter what sport it is, even damn football. The PA announcement starts the chants. The PA starts the songs or whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? And in soccer, is the supporters. The feel of the game comes from them. The sound of the game comes from them. It doesn't come from the audio, from the TV or the stadium doing it. And that's what I always love. And that's what I tell people, that is so different of soccer compared to any other sport, because the supporters are so important to the atmosphere, to your team.
I know my mom used to love sitting on the bleachers too, bro, cuando le están pegando con las patas todos. I remember the noise, me gustaba cómo le hacía.
Y cantamos mejor cuando andamos a verga.
No, pues sí, pero...
Algunos.
Pareces ahí Lupillo, pareces ahí todo ahí,
I like it como
chalizado.
decís cuando andamos a verga y le pegas el trago.
No, I like the conversation we were having, and it'd be cool if we could extend that. How it was before, how the Rose Bowl days were, and how they compare to now, and those are memories I have. Because when I was little, I remember going to the Rose Bowl. I just felt like it felt like
Niño
forever.
mocoso.
Yeah, absolutely.
El pelo
Because
parado, ¿ah?
the little spiky hair, y todo, yeah. It's funny because sometimes I'll post pictures and these guys are always making fun of my hair at the time before I had like Alex the Chicharito hair. But Marvin, what like you talked about your memories and the stuff before of the Rose Bowl, but if you could bring one thing from the Rose Bowl to our stadium now, what would that be?
It was just new. It was something new. So, like you always had that raza, bro, Latinos, because we're the ones that are pushing the league, and we pushed it at the beginning, we pushed it in the middle, we still continue to push it now. Um, so it was something so cool, bro. Like after the '94 World Cup, I remember I was in high school and we used to go to the park, and in Burbank, there's a lot of like Güeros, Armenians, Asians, African Americans. So after the World Cup, there was like a vibe in the air. There was like a happiness in the air. I used to go to the park and play with like it kind of looked like an international game because you had at least 7, 8 different nationalities playing together. So when the league started or when the Galaxy started playing at the Rose Bowl, first of all, we already know the terrain because we used to play outside the stadium. That we used to play the summer league right there with Deportivo Burbank. Um, and just the fact that it was so new, it felt so fresh. It was weird because you have people that have been fans, kind of like closeted fans, that they were always like a soccer fan, but they never had the chance to cheer for a team because we didn't have a professional team in LA, or even the semi-professional. It wasn't to the level that the MLS started, because when they started, they started with a bang. I remember that. So I don't know. I just remember that it was kind of like a curiosity when you will go to the games that everybody was happy, bro, just to be there.
Here's a question for you. Well, here's another fun fact. Did you know that I play for Burbank Red Machine?
Oh, you did? So
Yeah.
wait, what year did you play?
Shit. I was playing when I was under 16, under 15.
Yeah, we used to have like 5 or 6 guys
Shit.
in the
I'm
varsity.
35 now. I'm 35 now, but fuck.
Dice que estaba de mirón izquierdo.
Mira, está la manga.
No, so
They were a good team, bro. Like they used to have,
talking about the old days and the new days. You know what? I look at a lot of these clips that the Galaxy or MLS puts out back, that the old school shootouts. Would you ever you hated those? Would you bring those back?
No, never. First of all, they don't count according to the FIFA, so it's just stupid. I know that when they started, they had the American mentality of sports that you gotta have a winner and a loser because that's what's gonna drive the ratings and all the stuff. But it was exciting at the time, because it's like 1 versus 1, and you get to see the like an attacker against the goalie, and everybody was excited because when the referee blew the whistle, it was just those two players. It kind of felt like a gladiator fight, bro. But yeah. I don't know. I didn't like him. I still don't like him.
Hey Marvin, quick question: do you blame the league though for trying that? Because I feel that at that time, I feel they probably had to try whatever it was possible to call the attention of the fans.
No, I never blame him for trying. It's again, it was something new, and they were trying to figure out a way to kind of break into the the American market. So to them, they always took the approach that traditional sports, basketball, baseball, whatever. You always got to have a winner, and people don't want to go to the stadium and see or watch a game that ends with a tie because that means that nobody won, So
correct.
I give him props for trying. I mean, at the time it was very exciting, and you felt it on the bleachers, on the stands. But I don't know. To me, it just didn't feel. I'm a traditionalist. Okay. I didn't like it. It was a little bit too out there.
Okay, so here's another question. You said that you're a traditionalist, and them trying new stuff. Okay, our name is not traditional for soccer, right? It is a very Americanized, based on any other sport. There's only a few teams now that have names like we do. Now everything is either FC, United, whatever you want to call it, right? It's pretty much the European style.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like that we have our name. I actually like because American sports, even LA sports, when you think about the LA teams, right? You don't say the Los Angeles Lakers. You don't say the you say Los Dodgers,
Yeah.
the Lakers, Clip City, the G's. Like they all have nicknames because you know who they are.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to say the city because you know exactly what city they're representing. Even if you go out of town, you go to Beantown, what is it, like Boston. You know who that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Celtics and stuff like that. That's what I actually like about our
It was
MLS type
original.
thing, original names.
Yeah.
And I hate now that they're trying to go that European, trying to be like, oh, this is now soccer type thing, which is I get it, but I don't know. It just makes everybody just the same. I don't like that.
I can understand like a team like New York City because of their relationship to Manchester City. So they're adopting the name because they're the big brothers, so to speak. But I don't know. It kind of lacks. There's a lack of creativity when it comes to like thinking of names. It's like at least who was it, Tennessee or Austin? They included the word soccer club instead of football club.
Yeah, I'd rather take that because we call it soccer. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but I mean, at least they were original. That's
Yeah,
what,
but then they go with the L tree. Kind of bullshit is that? Like, come on, bro.
Hey,
Like,
but you gotta give it. I mean, I know you're talking about being original, but even we think that Rome. I love what Beckham did with Miami because he went the other way, international. You know,
no, I actually like that too. Yeah, I like
original.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. He went out of the box, even kept it kind of European, but it is an international city, so it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense. Makes plenty of sense for them to be called that. But I like that our name is Galaxy.
Yeah, I love the
it
fact that
it
it
is
has
known
LA.
that it's
Yeah.
Galaxy. You can just say
Yeah.
Galaxy and it's LA. You know that.
And what happens is for example, when there's players that are rumored even to the other team, right? And they say Los Angeles, what team do they always make the connection to? The Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Like no
Well,
matter.
listen to what Lewandowski just said, bro. When they
Yeah.
asked
Sin
him,
paja.
if he were to come
Sin
to
paja.
MLS. Yeah.
I'll
Sin
take that
paja.
motherfucker. I'll take that. Hey, that's a nice boy right
But
there,
he
boy.
said they asked him, hey, what team is it? They asked him straight up, the Galaxy or the 2.0. He said it will have to be the Galaxy. So they know. I mean, the name, first of all, it has the letters LA in it, so it already represents for the city.
It's the biggest
Uh,
club,
The biggest club, the 5 stars,
the most
so-
marketable,
Yeah, and-
team. Even
You
though
can go
Mike says
anywhere.
no, but it's the most marketable team.
and they have Chapin as the fan. So come on, no, but you know what? Talking about being the most marketable team. If you look at the schedule for the amount of games that are going to be televised nationwide, the Galaxy has the highest number of games. So I mean that speaks loudly when it comes to the marketability of the team.
When I say we are the most watched team, even on a bad season, we're the most watched team. We have the most traveling supporters. We have the most jersey sales overall, meaning like throughout the body of work. You know what I mean? I believe we were the only supporter community that sold out their kit. I haven't heard anybody from any other New Jersey that they got that they sold out in minutes compared to what we
That's
did.
true. Y después otros aficionados lo tenían que ordenar, como por ejemplo Marvin, que le va a llegar hasta
Ya me llegó.
hasta cuando ya le llegó.
Oh.
Hasta cuando empiece la otra temporada dice que le iba a llegar la camisola.
Sí, por
No,
fin.
but I haven't heard no other MLS team sell out their jersey.
Yeah, the only one.
the way we did.
Have teams that are like one, and
And
I
we have five different versions.
that's true. But see, if you look at the league, what I like about the league is that you have the newer teams that bring a lot of like new blood. Like they're introducing the game to different cities where I know the fans are gonna love it, like Austin, Tennessee. I think because of the population that resides in those areas, I mean, they're gonna embrace it, and it's gonna be like the cool new thing to do. So, I love how the Galaxy, it was grassroots, man. When it started, the fan base, it grew from like people at the park. Hey, you want to watch? It was only $10 at the time too. Tickets were cheap, but when you look at cities like Seattle, I think they've been sold out at home for the last 10 years, something like that, something crazy like that.
Yeah, but what is it to do in Seattle, bro?
No, but I'm saying, I respect that because, they did something good. They knew that the market was there. It was like an untapped market. But like you say, the Sonics left Seattle, so really the only professional sports team they had was the Seahawks. So it was starving for the local team that they can get behind it. I like teams like Seattle, because of everything that they've done. I don't think they've ever had like a shitty season. I like other teams that are coming into the scene. Like I like Atlanta. Um, I'm a big fan of like Real Salt Lake. When the teams come around, I always go see them. But I mean, you can't really compare any team on the league to the Galaxy when it comes to like the history behind it, the level of competition that they brought throughout the last 26 years. And I mean, I know people say not to leave of the past, but I mean, we are the most winningest team in the history of the league. So, I got to respect that.
When we have
Somos
the
el más
history,
grande.
when we have the history that we have, we can live wherever we want.
That's
Until
true.
until you have it, then shut the fuck up.
Yeah, until you win something.
Oye, Marvin, y otra pregunta, ¿cómo es que empezaste en el mundo de la fotografía? ¿Cómo empezaste a involucrarte, a tomar fotos? ¿Qué es lo que más te llama la atención? ¿Cómo te gusta todo eso?
Mira, cuando empecé, man, empecé en la high school. Actually, no. Cuando comencé, mi abuelo, man, siempre daba una cámara. En ese tiempo era film de 35 milímetros. So yo lo veía, man, y me quedaba viendo y decía, hey, qué bonito. I love what he's doing. I want to learn how to do that. Pero I'm thinking like late 80s, early 90s, man. You couldn't afford a camera. As a kid who's going to give a 10-year-old, 11-year-old a camera, Pero cuando vine aquí, bro, vine de 14. So cuando me fui a la Burbank High School. That's my high school right there. So una de las clases que tenía que tomar era una elective. Entonces yo no sabía qué tomar y un camarada que se llama Marcos Briones me dice, hey, ¿qué clase vas a tomar? I'm like, yo no sé, ni sé qué es electives, bro. So me dice, hey, yo voy a tomar fotografía, ¿por qué no la tomas conmigo? I was like, okay. Tomé un año. And it was cool because if you didn't have a camera back then, they will let you borrow a camera. The school will lend it to you. Tenían estudio y todo, and I just fell in love with the smell, everything, in the studio. So,
Otra pregunta. How many of those 35 millimeter shit do you have stored that you never developed?
I have actually. It's funny you said that because I still have like on the shelf in front of me. I have like 10 black and white rolls that I never used.
You never developed or you never used them?
I never used them, but I do have a 35 millimeter camera. It's a little bit too expensive, bro, right now because one of the last shoots that I had, this guy that I used to work with, he goes, hey, he used to pilot on the weekends, right? And in order for you to maintain your license as a pilot, there's a certain amount of hours that you got to do on a monthly basis for you to keep it. Y me dice, cabrón, me dice, hey, aquel Chapín iba a venir, me dice, pero he flaked out at the last minute. So would you want to come into the helicopter or whatever with me? I was like, sure. I took my 35 millimeter camera, bro. I have a picture of Dodger Stadium from the air, way before drones, way before all of this stuff. Pero the last shoot that I did on film.
I think I saw that picture.
Yeah,
I saw
cool.
that picture. You have it on your Instagram, right?
Yeah, I have it on my Instagram.
Yeah,
and you see the grain. It was shot on 400 ISO film, which if you're a photo geek like me, you'll appreciate that I just took something neutral that I can shoot anywhere, Pero cuando llevé los rollos, bro, eran como 3 rollos de 36 exposures cada rollo. Los llevé a que me los pusieran en un CD, they have to capture it, digitize it and everything. Por los 3 rollos, bro, pagué casi $80. So around that time,
you didn't get the save on special? $20?
Dude, nobody was doing it because it was black and white film, bro. Black and white film requires, expertise. Pero...
Puta, el Manny siempre buscando cupones.
No, pero fíjate, Baltasar, para contestar tu pregunta, bro. Fui a la universidad, me gradué, me aburrí porque estaba en medio de trabajos. I went back to college nada más solo para tomar clases de foto y hablando con gente. Me encontré una amiga que no había visto en mucho tiempo. Me presentó a una manager de una banda local. And then we're talking. Está en buena onda. They were super cool. And she goes, hey, you have a camera, right? I was like, yeah. Acababa de agarrar una digital, bro. I was so happy. En la Curazao la agarré, man.
¿También la estás pagando?
Sí, no, ese tiempo la agarré. Aquellas que...
te pagan, eso te agarran interés por vida.
Eso que 30%, bro, pero at the time no me importaba. I was happy, bro. Todavía me acuerdo. It was 2005, bro. 2005 era un club que se llamaba Club Moscow, que era los miércoles en la noche en un lugar que se llama Borners en Hollywood. It's like a little goth club. Y me dice, hey, you want to come shoot? El nombre de la banda, bro, se llamaban The Human Value. I was like, sure. llego con mi camarita y ahí, you know, stock lens, hay una Rebel era, que ahora la agarras como por 200 bolas, man. And then I showed up, they play, I was like mesmerized. I had my camera and I happened to capture some good pictures. So that band, they went on tour in Europe. It just happened that one of the photos that I took of them, my first show ever, they liked it and they took it all over Europe. That was one of the promo shots. So, you know, I started liking music. One of my friends.
When they do that, do they credit you? I know now on
Yeah,
Instagram you
it
credit,
depends.
but do they give you like royalties?
It depends what they use it for, you know. But I was just happy, bro, to be there. To be honest with you, and she was super cool. She's like, "Hey, we'll give you credit and whatnot." I was like, "Sure." And it's crazy because they came out on Enemy magazine, I think, in the UK at one point, and they used that photo as the promo photo. You know, every time they will give you credit, and at the time I think it was MySpace, so the MySpace page kept on blowing up from all the followers, you know. And then I ran to a friend. She goes, "Hey, man," I was like, "What are you doing?" I used to work with her, Kiss FM, back when I was like 21. I ran into her and she's like, "Oh, I'm at this radio station now."
Rick D's in the morning.
Yeah, I was there when Rick D's was the top show, bro.
Damn, puta, Rick D's.
LNK, Rick D's, Jojo on the radio, todos esos, man. Pero it was cool, pero estaba bien chaval, bro, 21 years old, so I didn't really enjoy it, you know. Pero cuando esta roca me dijo, "Hey, let's go hang out," and then I got to meet some of her friends. I got to meet the new guy that they brought up to do promotions. Y como siguiendo ahí de la página del libro de Baltasar, we were drinking at the time. And I was like, you know what, bro? I can do this. I used to do it. I'm like, I got a camera. You need to hire me. And now I just started like teasing him. And then he actually gave me a shot. So through the station, I got to shoot like a lot of concerts and stuff. It was cool. It was cool, but I always wanted to shoot like sports, you know. That was like my ultimate goal as a photographer. And again, because those guys, Temo and Rene, they actually gave me a shot to, you know, to fulfill the dream as a photographer.
Now with your body of work with photographers and cameras, if you had to choose right now, hey, you're gonna go make a shoot once in a lifetime, the Galaxy, whatever. You're gonna have a photo shoot with Chapin. What is your go-to camera? What is your go-to camera that you're gonna get to right now? You can choose any camera from your whole life.
You know, I'm happy with what I have now. Like when I started shooting with Temo, he was shooting with a Nikon D800, I believe, which at the time I was shooting with a Rebel T3i, which is like a lower caliber. The Rebel series is more like an
entry level.
Not so much an entry level. They call it what do they call it? They call it prosumer, like a regular consumer. Like
está presumido, fucking.
No, but there's a difference. So I was happy when I got it, but when that fool introduced me to the Nikon line, bro, las Nikon, bro, son monstruos, bro.
Pero te llevo aquí con el Kodak Coolpix.
Con la disposable, bro.
Yeah.
No, pero ¿sabes qué? Coolpix está buena, pero para contestar tu pregunta, bro, el Chapín en tanga, yo me llamo un fisheye para que se vea mejor ahí you know?
El culón.
Para que se mire así como para que le digan Chapín Kardashian, bro, me llevo la Nikon con un fisheye, bro.
Hey, para ahorita para el 2022, pienso que Community va a hacer un calendario del Chapín. So,
hey.
I know G-Man will buy it.
Autographed.
Autograph for G-Man.
G-Man told me like he's gonna buy like 1,000 copies of that shit, though.
Vaya.
So, Kevin empezó a buscarme algo, though.
Yeah, we're gonna start.
A full 12 months of pura tangas and Chapin in different jerseys.
No, look. I already got the idea right now. You guys, we've talked off camera.
I hope you didn't picture it.
No, I didn't. This is the plan I have. Wait. This is the plan I have. Wait.
Calmado, Kevin.
Dejen hablar, muchachos. Dejen hablar. Mire, this is the plan I have. I've been trying to find a way to make some money, right? To buy you guys like a mic, a camera, whatever, right? But we haven't got the idea. So we're gonna do the Chapin OnlyFans, and from there we're gonna fund. We're gonna have a studio y todo. You get me? So from there,
why don't you raffle him to go on a date, bro?
Oh, we can do that tomorrow.
Una noche con Chapin.
No.
We can do an auction.
No.
Estoy casado, no.
But hey, G-Man's gonna be the only one que va a querer.
Va a poner 1,000 bolas de entrada, caro.
Yeah, but we're with Marvin talking about photography, about the G's and all this good stuff. Marvin, what difference have you? What are the differences going from film to digital now?
Ah man, I mean, film. It's crazy because the new generation they're embracing film, but when they see it, it's kind of like a curiosidad, bro, like a curiosity. It's kind of like a gimmick that they're trying to do. Um, I don't know. It to me. I'm a traditionalist in photography as well, so I do love film. But the one thing that I love about film, it's very inconvenient because I love developing or processing my own film, like going into a dark room. I still have an enlarger
Hey, what is
at
the
home.
dark room? I don't know what is a dark room.
Okay, so back in the
For my
day with
stupid
the
ass, I don't
film,
know.
no, it's all good. But check this out. Like before digital came about, you know, you will get the camera, shoot the film or whatever, and then you always see the rollo, right? The
Correcto.
film.
Ajá.
So you will cut each frame, you will put it on a holder, and the holder, what it does is like you slide it under an enlarger. The enlarger comes down, it shines light through the negative. So when it shines the light, the paper at the bottom, which
Observes
is
it.
made out of silver, yeah. So basically the paper, what it does is it records the light that you're projecting through the negative into the paper. So when you grab the image on a paper that you cannot see it with the naked eye, you have to put it into chemicals. So the silver reacts, the silver on the paper reacts to certain chemicals, and that's how you start, like literally the image develops in front of your eyes. It's cool, but it's very time consuming, bro. Like just to get one photo that you're happy with, you can spend hours final playing with it. Yeah,
I'm trying to say
uh,
that you guys some marihuaneros. That's just more harder than
bro.
fucking
And
growing weed.
el ácido, because you have the developer, the stopper, que era como ácido, bro. Que si respiras esa onda, man, it will kill your smell for a couple of hours. Pero
Damn.
it's kind of relaxing. Like think about something that you like to do, Manny, where you can just go into your own little world, like listen to music or whatever. And it's an activity that you can do by yourself, and it takes all of your attention, you know. So that's the part that I like. It. I like photography because it's a very individual thing that you have to do.
Mhm.
Con el mundo digital, bro, you can take a photo. There is no anticipation because you see it right away. You know, it's instant gratification.
And I was gonna
But
ask that. Have you ever had the, like, for example, sometimes when I take pictures, sometimes when I look at it, maybe it's overexposed or underexposed, or maybe I didn't like the how I took it, or the composition or whatever it is, right? But did you ever go and get a picture developed? Ya cuando la ves, dices, dang, like I messed this up or no la tomé bien, and then it's not like you could go back and take that moment, that picture again.
Yeah, and
but
it's limited too in the darkroom. You know how with Photoshop you can fix anything.
Yeah.
Um, Before when you would go in the darkroom, if let's say the face was like too dark, like literally, bro, you will get like a little like a bottle cap, una, ¿cómo se llama? Una, ¿cómo le dicen en Guatemala? Un corcholata con un
Una
alambre,
tapita.
hey,
una
hey,
tapita.
puta, yo
Una
soy
tapita.
indio, pero tampoco está así.
No, pero,
Hábleme en español, por
no,
favor.
pero es cierto, bro. Antes, si querías hacer un cambio, tenías que poner cuando la luz le está pegando, empezabas a bloquear en la cara, and you had to move it so you don't have any shadows. So it was an art on its own just to be able to get the right photo. And even when you got one photo that you were happy with, there was no guarantee that you were going to be able to duplicate that image.
But it's crazy now that you said that, like, you have to go through all that process to create that one picture, right?
Yeah.
And the photographers back then, I'm going to assume, I don't know, you had a portfolio that you carried around.
Yeah.
Pretty much like, hey, where have you shot? You have to show your pictures, what you got. Como los discos de antes, ¿verdad? Andabas ahí in the passenger side, mirando fotos tras fotos. Now, like you said, with the digital side, you take a picture, boom, put on your phone, it's up already on Instagram, and that's your
Yeah.
portfolio.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, the one thing that I like about digital is that it's giving everybody an opportunity to shoot quality images, you know. But at the same time, now everybody with an iPhone, everybody thinks that they're photographers, which it's good for the photography game, you know, because sometimes you get ideas from people that you will never expect it. But I don't know. I respect the art of photography, just like I respect the art of like podcasting. You know, like now it seems that everybody can go like, oh, you know what, we're just gonna turn the camera on, and as you guys can tell by listening to you guys talking before you guys went on the air, there's a lot more to podcasting. You have to worry about camera angles. You have to worry about lighting. You have to worry about sound quality. It's not something that you just plug and go, you know? So I don't know. It's one of those things that I have ADD, bro. Every time I'm behind a camera, all my energy goes into the camera, and I can just I'm able to get that tunnel vision that they
I
talk
can't
about.
wait. I can't wait to see Chapin's calendar now with all that vision and
Hey,
all
who's
that
thinking
tunnel
about it
stuff
now?
that you're
Who-
talking
who's
about.
thinking
You're
about
talking
it?
about it. It's gonna be focused so much on Chapin. Oh
Ya
my
se lo
god!
está
I need
imaginando.
yeah. I'm
Puta,
imagining.
cerote.
Hey,
Ey,
con casi,
acordate que
hey,
estás casado, Mike.
with socks or without socks? I just need to know that answer.
Nos vamos para Antigua, bro. We got to take photos allá en las calles de Antigua, man. But yeah,
Ey,
it's cool, man.
eso sí me dejan ir.
Sin
¿Te dejan, no te
paja.
dejan?
Aquí tenés que pedir un montón de permisos.
Decirle que es para calendario, para poner ahí.
Es que al Manny le decís cuarto oscuro y él piensa que se lo van a llevar a un lado.
Ah, huevo. Me gusta.
No, pero you know what? Si quieren ustedes, un día cuando tengan tiempo, hacemos unos promo shots ahí del community, de los tres, man. Ya cuando estemos vacunados todos y que haya más tiempo, man,
I had it
I'm down
ready.
for that. ¿Ya what? ¿La
¿La
foto
vacuna?
o la vacuna?
La vacuna.
Oh.
Ahí está. Ya está bien.
Ya no voy a tener rabia.
Ey,
Sí,
lo
no,
único,
démosle.
Marvin, es lo único, Marvin, es que el Chapín ya tiene varios fotógrafos personales, entonces tenemos que agarrar los derechos, ¿verdad? Para poder tenerlo y...
Oh, lo tiene que soltar.
Primero con la esposa, porque se va a hacer hasta más famoso, se va a hacer.
No tiene el designated player, sino que tiene designated modelo aquel, ¿verdad? He's the DM, bro.
Yeah, Marvin, when was it that you really started taking like photography like serious? Because tal vez al principio es tal vez porque te llama la atención o por curiosidad, ¿verdad? Pero ¿cuándo es cuando tú dices, I want to learn this, I want to really know how to take pictures the right way and all this stuff that is part of the photography world?
You know, again, I mean, I graduated from the university with my BA, and then I got bored, so I just went back to community college just to take photography just for fun because I didn't have anything else to do, you know. I had a teacher or a professor that he was kind of pushing me. He's like, you know, I noticed that you shoot too wide. I want you to go tighter. He's like, I don't want you to make the photo in the darkroom. I want you to take the frame that you're gonna use, and don't do any edit when you print. So he kind of pushed me. And again, you know, when I started shooting bands, bro, and people started liking my stuff, my rock photography, I kind of got more into it. And then I was going out, like, at the time, I was going out like 3 to freaking 4, 5, 6 times a week, you know? So I got to shoot a lot of bands. And the thing that always made me happy, always made me happy when I was shooting events is that I will run into fans, you know, at events, and they'd be like, hey, man, I saw the photo that you posted from this concert, from this event. It's like, it looked like so much fun. I wish I was there. I got to make it to the next one. So to me, I was kind of like, you know what? Okay, so me being at these events that a lot of people are like will die to be at, you know, maybe they're reliving the event, or they're vicariously they're living through my lens. So I kind of took that a little bit more seriously, and I started applying more techniques, not so much to be like flashy photography, like to be like over the top, hanging from a ceiling or whatever, but more like to document stuff. And I don't know, at the time I was just like hanging out, like literally just hanging out. And I think that's how you get the most or the best shots that you can possibly get when you're part of something where you're just there, you know?
Y cuando tomas un montón de fotos y después las vuelves a ver, ¿no te daba que como que, puta, en esta me hubiera movido un poquito más a la derecha, un poquito más a la izquierda? ¿Borras todas o qué haces?
No, fíjate que cuando llego a la casa, man, me pongo a ver depende qué sea el proyecto. Si, digamos, es un partido, cuando estoy tomando, yo tomo notas o mentalmente o las marco en la cámara. Digamos, me tocó, uno de mis juegos favoritos que me tocó fotografiar fue el del LAFC con el Seattle, con los Sounders en la Western Conference Finals hace como 3 años.
¿Cuando perdieron, Cerote?
Sí, cuando perdieron yo estaba ahí.
¿Cuándo no?
No, pero uno de los shots que me gustó es cuando no sé, no me acuerdo si fue Ruiz Díaz o...
A ver, dame una foto de esa y la voy a quemar.
No, pero lo que te digo que anotó el
¿Ya
gol.
las quemó todas, Cerote?
No, y ahí las tengo todavía. So, para contestar tu pregunta, bro, Always, man. Siempre que ves las fotos, te pones a pensar, mira, un poquito más para acá, un poquito más para allá, pero todo depende, man. Depende de lo que querés
Es
capturar.
porque Chapín se tomaba esas fotos antes cuando you used to go to the studios, you could hand out to your friends. When you used to be like there with a smile now, cry me later type of pictures in the back. Y tomaba fotos así para Valentine's Day, por eso.
Sin eyebrows.
Nah, loco, ya ves. Ya ves que yo iba al estadio y nunca pensé que en una final, hasta ya ves cómo es este man y que en todo se fija,
Ajá.
que me mandó un video de la final del 2014 que yo estaba sentado, donde nos vamos a sentar ahora. Right?
Hey,
Ajá.
I'm on everything, baby, menos misa.
Hay gente que viendo
Hey, decirle al
Chapín.
cerote que se persine, ¿cómo se persina?
Hey, I heard that at my wedding mass. ¿Cómo le decía, Chapín?
El hermano le hacía Padre Nuestro y le hacía 2 veces para acá. El cerote,
I'm not gonna lie, Kevin. I was paying attention to the roof guys. They're like, oh, those fools are gonna fall. Those fools are gonna fall. Because I tell my girl like, hey, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. I don't know what to do because then they do like the Padre Nuestros, or they do like el paz, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Hey,
Like,
and you know
I
what? You
look
got
stupid.
lucky
Like, I
because
look
that
stupid.
was
I'm like,
that was just a 1 hour mass. I should have taken you last Saturday. That was a 2.5 hour mass. So, man,
that's why I said, hey, that's why I sit on the side because I'm like, hey, I don't want the padre to see me because I was like, what the fuck is over with this fool here?
Yeah.
Yeah. El corazón
hey.
Manny que hacía así, yo le decía, "Ey, cerote, es una para la derecha y una para la izquierda." ¿Cuál es la izquierda? Me decía el cerote.
Que tiene un tic nervioso, bro.
Sí.
Hey,
Pero, vale,
yo no nací para la iglesia, ya sé eso.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
Marvin, if there was like, say, if you could choose one player either from now or from the past from the Galaxy to take a picture when he's celebrating a goal, like say that player runs towards you and you get the perfect shot, what player would it be?
Oh, Zlatan, bro, all the way, because he was so animated, and I mean, I had season tickets when he was playing, you know, and I was section, I want to say 121, if I'm not mistaken, or 123, one of that. But I don't know, he was just so over the top, and he had the tattoos, and he was so expressive with his face, you know. So I don't know, he's one of my favorite players ever to play the game, not just for the Galaxy, but in general. And he was like very theatrical. So I've seen some of the photos that the Galaxy team has taken, and I mean, I love it, bro. When he's standing on top of the publicity, you know, rótulos, and he's like that with the fans. I love that shot.
oh, no,
man.
¿sabes cuál es mi foto favorita de Zlatan?
¿Cuál?
Cuando le estaba haciendo así a esos 32, 52 hijos de puta de así,
Por eso te digo, pero es
Sin paja.
I have a friend que dice que, what about Chicharito? El Chichadios.
bueno, si mete gol, pero no lo hemos visto celebrar. Solo hizo la celebración aquella de LeBron James, pero no sé.
No, él está como Augie Williams ahorita. Mete
Ok,
goles
estamos
nadie mire.
en el segmento de inválidos. Let's go. Talk about Chicharito.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I
No,
think
you know what? Okay, let's talk about Chicharito. Hey, I think he's doing good. I think he's moving a lot more. You can see the pace behind him. The one thing I would change,
But he's a forward, right?
No, if I was a player, and I was on his team, the one thing I would probably be pissed off at the most, that every damn ball anda haciendo así.
No, but he's a
Like,
forward,
you know what I mean?
right?
Hey, bro, not every ball's gonna go perfect. If every ball went perfect, it'll be 10 fucking goals every game.
Hey,
But you know,
he's a
he has potential, bro, pero
But he
también,
shows this season compared to last season, he's moving.
yeah.
He's
That's what
moving
I'm a
and
big
he's fighting
critic.
more. So
I'm
I'm
a big
alright with
critic
that.
of his, man. And I mean, I thought he was full of excuses last year. I want to give him the benefit of a doubt this year, but I don't know, man. Me da miedo porque no se mira que tiene mucho aquí, que he's saying that he's working out y todo, pero
Ay,
no
sí,
se ha visto
mucha
nada.
paja, va, mucha paja.
¿Cómo
Oh,
es?
paja,
Sin
no-
paja.
Sin
No, con
paja.
paja.
but you know what, guys? Look, you guys know I've always said it. I wasn't a Chicha fan,
Sin paja.
but this year, 10 plus goals. I have a bet to win. It's gonna
What's
go
the bet
down.
again?
No, I can't mention it here, but I have a bet to win, and tengo toda la confianza que el Chicharito's gonna take care of it for me. I
I think he scores 10 goals. I think he
yeah,
scores
yeah.
10 goals.
So I,
Easy.
I, I
think
already
so.
got
I hope so.
I already got my Chicharito jersey. So mañana he's gonna score because I have the Chicharito jersey now. So we're set. I'm excited to see this team. We're getting closer to opening day, to going and playing in Miami. So I'm
We got
really
new players.
we got new
so-
players, and we'll talk about all that. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to give Chapin some time because I thought he was trying to grab something. But let's go ahead and talk about the team, and then we'll come back to Chicharito and preseason, all the action in the preseason games. But this week the Galaxy signed my little brother Kevin Cabral. I didn't get it on the little sound machine, but he's a young DP, and there's a lot going on, right? Because muchos pensaban que iba a ser the under 22, leaving the third DP spot open, and we're gonna try to explain this the best we can. So what happened is Kevin Cabral gets signed to the Galaxy, but as a young DP, but not the under 22 DP, which is two different things. So the young DP counts as a regular DP, meaning the Galaxy are out of designated player spots. But
So what does that mean for the Pavon, bro? For the Pavon,
we'll touch
choice,
that.
or-
Yeah, definitely we'll touch that. But just to
might-
touch on, go ahead, Manny.
No, I was gonna talk about that, but go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead, Kevin.
and so since he's a young DP that counts like a regular DP, that means the Galaxy could go and sign 3 under 22 DPs instead of one. Because let's say our DP would have
Two
been
of them. Two more.
I believe. Okay, so 2
You
more.
only have 3.
I
You
had
only have
third.
3.
That's why, but he doesn't count as an under 22. He's a regular one. That's why we have 3 now. You get me?
No, he's a young DP, but since we don't have a third senior DP, he has to take up that spot.
No. The way it works is since he's a young DP, he cannot be an under 22 DP because to be an under 22 DP, you need to make less than $612,500. His salary is more than that. That's why he's a regular DP, but he counts as a young one, but not the under 22. Since he's a young DP, we could have 3 under 22 DPs. If our third DP would have been Pavon or any other senior DP, we could only have 1 under 22 DPs. That's the way I've understood the rule.
Yeah, that I understood that kind of also kind of like that. So
Yeah.
now here's the thing: is like with the whole Pavon thing, the way the Galaxy are talking, the coaches, they don't seem like they're off of it.
Ya vas a empezar, Manny.
Hey, tinfoil hat.
Ya,
Que-
ya vas a empezar.
hey, ¿quieres escuchar o no, Cerote? Porque
Hey,
te estás diciendo que you don't know. I'm
Ponele,
trying to tell you.
ponele un sin paja, ponele un sin paja.
Chapín, escuché que Thiago Almada viene para el Galaxy.
let's just say for what this signing, it changes the way that the Galaxy are going to approach the summer. If the Pavon deal is still there, depending on whatever the legal system goes through, if everything goes fine and he comes to the Galaxy in the summer, he'll be the senior DP and Cabral will be the young DP.
I don't think that could happen.
Why wouldn't
because
that be able to have a
because of the salary, he makes more than 612,500. That's why he cannot be an
Y
under
si
22
moves,
DP.
y si moves a
But
Jonathan for Tam,
I
Yeah,
heard
but I say
lo
But he
de
needs to take
Jonathan.
a pay
Sí se,
cut, no?
yeah, sí se puede, pero a la misma vez no se puede because in one of those even though when I go there I stress out, one of those Facebook groups, I was telling someone the only way to get a third DP or would be by buying down Jonah, and Josh Guessman from Corner of the Galaxy commented on mine, and he's like, it's not possible. Jonah makes too much money to be bought down. So
let's just say for whatever reason we had a third DP, senior DP, right? And we brought this guy. How would he even qualify for the young DP then if he doesn't qualify again in the summer?
this guy won't qualify. He's going to be our senior DP. The advantage is that the cap hit is less. Since he's under 22, it only affects between 150K to 200K on your cap. So that's the difference. And just to answer Alex, he was asking if there's a difference between those DPs. There is. The under 22, it's less of a cap hit, but they have to make less than $612,500.
But
Now, a
that's what I'm
young
saying,
DP can make as much money, but that
But that's what
cap
I'm
hit
asking.
is less.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Let's just say we had a third DP already.
Yeah.
Before we signed this Kevin Cabral. he would have qualified for the under 22 no matter what, because we already had the third DP spot,
But he
and
would
we
have
get
to
paid no
make
matter
less
what.
money. He has to make less money, Cabral.
But didn't you just say right now, if he's under 22, he can make as much money as he
No,
can.
the young DP, meaning the one that he got right now. If he would have got the under 22, he has to make less than the 612 500.
But I thought if we have three senior DPs, we can have one young DP.
Yeah, just one. But he has to make
Correct.
less than that 612. The problem was he's not making less than that salary. So, for example,
And
let's say
they,
Cabral would have made 610,000 a season. Yes. To answer your question, yes, you could get the third senior DP and then get one young DP. But the advantage of having this guy as a DP is that now instead of one young DP, we could have three.
okay, so you're saying right now you're disqualifying that we're gonna get Pavon in the summer
I'm not disqualifying. I just don't know how they're gonna
because
do it.
no, but you say that like technically we can't do it.
But it is possible. They will find a way, man.
I thought it was possible by buying down Jonah, but by the comment I got from Guessman, unless he understood wrong what I was trying to say, he said that it wasn't possible, and I wasn't able to catch his last episode, so maybe G-Man's able to fill us in because I know I'm pretty sure he was able to tune in, but
But he's on a 5-year deal.
yeah,
That's
he's
an
on a
extended deal.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So is there any way they can push that money back? Like, okay, hey, you're getting paid 600 and something $1,000 a year or whatever. Hey, but you're gonna make your bank like in basketball or in football. You make your money in the last 3 years, not the first 2 years.
Yeah,
Pero si ya
unless
vieron que Jonathan no nos ha dado ningún resultado también. Entonces ya le están hablando a Jonathan y le están diciendo, hey, tú tampoco nos has servido para mucho. Pues nos sirvió nomás el primer año, pero no para llegar, nos sirvió para llegar nomás un poquito, no tan lejos como nosotros siempre hemos querido. Pero ahorita ya le están hablando y le están diciendo, hey, ¿sabes qué? Te vamos a bajar un poquito el dinero.
I think depending who else we sign, our summer DP window, whoever it might be, that senior guy or whatever, it all depends on this under 22 guys. If they sign one or two guys, it's done deal that we're set. But if they don't sign nobody, then I can expect somebody to be coming during the summer.
yeah, and then maybe then they'll figure out how they do it. All this gymnastics with salaries and stuff. G-Man was saying that the only way that Pavon could come to the Galaxy is if he takes a pay cut. I believe that's not true because the way you become a DP is by the transfer fee, and if that transfer fee is above certain amount of dollars, you have to be a DP. Unless
But in the
Boca
summer,
gets
he has no transfer. He's free.
no, he wouldn't be able to come until 2023. I
I
believe
thought
it
in the
is.
summer he's free.
2022.
No,
I thought
no. His he
2022.
no. He could negotiate a contract summer of 2022, pero su contrato de él no termina hasta diciembre, meaning he would come January of 23. Because he still has 1 year of contract. But let's say Boca sees that hey, Pavon doesn't want to play here. There's no offers for him. Galaxy's not really giving us an offer to buy him no more. What if we're
Another
able
loan
to
deal?
exactly? You never know, right? I don't know. It sounds easy. It sounds easy to us, but you never know. Let's say he comes on a loan deal, and or the Galaxy say, hey, give us another loan deal for 2022, and we'll buy him like right before his contract ends. So I don't know how that would work, but we've seen DTK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Vanny doesn't talk. Because I would think if
He always shies away from that topic, though.
No, Vanny doesn't.
He's
No,
open
like,
about
when
it.
they're asking about Pavon, I mean, when
He
they're asking
doesn't.
about
I
Pavon-
don't think. I think he talks about it like, hey, there's still a possibility. We don't
yeah,
know
but
yet.
he's always like,
But if the Galaxy were off of him, they would have been already said like, oh, we're not pursuing him no more. So there's not that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I'm like, there's not that. I think it all depends on his legal issues. And, who knows what's going on? The only thing that in my conspiracy theory that I think about is that every time the Galaxy was connected to him, something arose all the time through social media, through everything. Like, it was expanded. Obviously, this is a serious matter. But now that like the Galaxy are not even connected to it, you don't hear about it. It's still going on, but you don't hear about it. Why? There's no more white noise. There's no more this of tagging people, of trying to do stuff, of the Argentina social media team or nothing. I don't get it. He's back into training.
Yeah.
He is, you know what I mean. He's getting back to fitness, back to going back to play. I'm pretty sure he's still going through the legal issues. Hopefully everything resolves. Whatever the outcome is. He's not our player, so I don't really care until they make it official or they don't make it official.
But what about you guys? Have you, you know how they did Gio that they paid him to like kick him out?
Buy
Do
him
you guys
out.
see the Galaxy? Yeah, they bought him out basically. I mean, they have the option to do that with Jonah, no? At the end of, he's got what 1 year left on his
It's not
contract,
worth
no?
it. Might as well just let him end the year.
I
Yeah,
know,
it's
but I'm
not worth
saying,
it.
but let's say somebody comes out of left field in the summer, like a free agent, and he wants to come to the Galaxy. He's of that caliber, you know. I mean, it's a possibility. They've done
So
it
I
before.
think I think I think if the Galaxy is done with Jonah in the summer, kind of for the last year, I think we sell him to get some money back, especially if he's going to international duties. Um, that's my, I don't buy him out. If he doesn't want to play, I'll just bench him. But I think he wants to do something this year. He talks about it like he wants to do something here, and it's contract year for him. So it's either with us or with somebody else. So I think he's gonna actually show out.
and let's touch
He
a little
said that
bit.
already.
Let's touch a little bit on Jonah. From this preseason, we saw him play during the week, and we were on a voice chat, right, watching the game and talking about it. And I'm not sure who it was that kept telling me, because I kept bringing up Jonah, and they're like, "You're still talking about Jonah." But I saw Jonah was kind of similar back to 2019 Jonah, where he was quick to the ball defensively. He was fighting for the ball. He looked good. I'm not sure if that was just me that took that perspective. But Manny, what did you think about Jonah in the 45 minutes we were able to see him?
It's contract year, so he has to ball out. He's paying for his money now, so he doesn't have that luxury of getting hurt. He doesn't have that luxury of not playing because that means that he's not going to get paid either with us or any other MLS team or any other Mexican team or international team. So
And he said that. He
he
said
needs
that.
he needs to know he knows that he's playing for money now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we could start expecting the same 2019 Jonah. But Marvin, viendo que Jonathan cuando es año de mundial o año de contrato, he puts in the work. Let's say next year when it's time to renew him, do you renew him knowing that sometimes he needs that extra motivation? Even though let's say he's not a DP, let's say he's a temp player. Do you renew him knowing that sometimes he won't have that? Maybe it's, I don't know if it's the motivation, or maybe he just goes through a bad time in his career when his level
Injuries,
drops,
yeah.
injuries. How do you feel about renewing him? Let's say it's a favorable contract for the Galaxy.
I think they need to part ways already, man. I mean, I like Jonathan. I think he's a great player. He's done good things here, but he's. I mean, what we saw of him a couple of years ago, it's not even, I don't know, like 50% of what we have now. And if you have the chance to kind of like part ways, in friendly terms or whatever, why not let him go? I mean, let him join his brother in Mexico, maybe in America, or go play in Chivas or whatever the hell you want to play. I don't think he's gonna be going back to Europe because I mean he's already past his prime, and we got 1 year, decent year out of him. Due to injuries, we haven't really gotten the best out of him. And I mean, I think it's time for the Galaxy to start looking at a different direction. If it was up to me, I will not renew him next year, regardless of what the outcome of this season is.
Especially, I would say, especially if you look at Greg Vanny at Toronto FC, he had Michael Bradley that played that role, and he was always available for the most part. And Jonah, like I said, the body of work these 3 years, we got in 1 year maybe, hopefully a year and a half if he plays good on this one because of all the Mexico international days and stuff like that. Uh, if you give him another 3 years, the Dos Santos brothers, the dad, they're not bad business, man. They make money. They're here to make it. That's what they're here for.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and you know what? The way I've seen Greg is, if you're not gonna perform, you're not gonna be here very long. Greg has openly said that your 3DPs need to be your best players day in and day out, and if they're not, I guess they're always gonna look for the options to move on. I feel no one is safe in this team. I was seeing some videos today of the team at practice, and the atmosphere is completely different. I see the players a little more loose. Everyone's talking. You see Araujo laughing. I think the atmosphere is pretty good, and if there's a player that's affecting that atmosphere, or is a player that's not on the field, I feel they're not going to be here very long. I don't know if you agree, Manny.
Yeah. You know, if you look at every position, and we've talked about this offline, uh, Greg is either has a senior guy, a middle guy, and a young guy almost in every position. So I think if you're not performing, either the young guy is coming up or that one senior guy that has 1 or 2 more years in him, he's gonna fight for that spot. So all three of them are fighting for those minutes, and I like that.
Yeah,
But it's kind of cool. Touching on what you're saying, or actually adding a little bit to it, Manny. It's cool to see the senior players kind of when you see the dynamic. It'd be cool for them to take on the role of a mentor, because some of the young guys that are coming up, they're hungry, but they might not know the league very well, or they might not have the work ethics that maybe a senior player has. So
I think
I want to
Vasquez
see
touched
that.
on that. I think Vasquez touched on that
Yeah.
a lot of his interviews, saying that he's there to teach. He's there
Yeah.
to even for Efra to teach him how he watches the game.
But
How
I
he sees
love
the game.
that. So, a player like that, I'm a big fan, even though he used to play for the other team. I'm a big fan of Sasha, bro. I know he's at the end of his career, but I love seeing him on the field because, like, he's very vocal. And I love the interaction that he has with the younger players because, yes, he's, sometimes like 10, 15 years older than some of the players, but he takes on that role where you see the way that he interacts with them. He has like a very firm yet caring demeanor towards the young players. I love seeing that on the field because, I mean, you can only get so much out of the older players. A player like Sasha, I'll be happy if he gets you like a decent half an hour. But just to see him, even when he's on the bench, still encouraging the other players that are about to come off the bench and everything. I love seeing that. I mean, that's something that within the team, like Kevin mentioned, I don't think I've seen that within the Galaxy squad in the last few years.
Yeah, and then Sasha, true professional. He's one of the few who acknowledges the fans, no matter the circumstances. When the times are good, when the times are bad, Sasha, you could count on him. Pretty much interacting with the fans and letting them know, hey, not bad. We're not performing. We're not doing well. So big shout out to Sasha. Chapin, ¿vos ves este equipo agarrando a otro mediocampista? Because I think there's going to be more center midfielders coming in, people to challenge Jonah or be his partner at the center midfield. Do you see that happening?
Tal vez. Ya ves que Bunny, mira, lo que me ha gustado de este equipo y del anterior equipo es que Bunny siempre tiene algo diferente. Porque lo que no tenía Guillermo. Yo soy un gran fanático del fútbol argentino. A mí me gusta y yo a Guillermo lo quería mucho porque también es del Boca. ¿Sí me entiendes? Pero lo que me gusta, la diferencia entre Guillermo y Bunny es que Guillermo no se miraba aquella conexión con el jugador como lo tiene este técnico. Este técnico lo puedes ver y tiene unos franceses que no sé si hablan.
Abrazaba a Emo Bocha en cada partido.
Come mierda,
no, y a Emil Cuello, como lo que diga Guillermo, pero you know what, yo defiendo a Guillermo y yo siento que Guillermo lo que le afecta es las reglas de esta liga. I think that the rules really had Guillermo his hands tied with not a lot of options. He wanted certain players, like he wanted Alan Franco, the center back from Independiente, and now he's a DP at Atlanta. So how was
sí, pero tenés que adaptarte a lo que te dan. Es que lo que pasa es que también, mira lo que está haciendo Bunny ahorita. Se está adaptando a lo que le están dando.
No, pero es diferente. Eso es diferente porque él ya jugó en esa liga.
Diferente, papá. Hey, poner Zidane aquí va a ser lo mismo que está haciendo Real Madrid. Poner a Pepe Guardiola va a ser lo mismo que está haciendo. No importa porque ellos están acostumbrados a jugar un sistema y tener jugadores de la calidad que ellos quieren. No importa el billete. Es lo que ellos tienen. Aquí tienes que ese malete lo tengo que tener porque no tengo mucho billete, hay que tenerlo por la leche huevos, está bien.
No, pero daba lástima el año pasado, bro, cuando se veía la banca y toda la gente le tiraba a él, pero ¿a quién iba a poner si no tenía banca, man?
Puta, es que lo que
Yeah.
pasa es que el año pasado no teníamos ni a dónde mirar. Ahorita por lo menos ya tenemos a alguien, ya como dicen ustedes, ya tenemos a alguien que enseñe, a alguien que viene detrás y al jovencito que
Okay.
va a aprender.
¿Y de quién es esa culpa que no había nadie? ¿Is that on Guillermo or is that in DTK?
Mira,
That's on both.
la
That's on
culpa es de
both.
los dos. ¿Por qué? Porque si es como si a Guillermo le hubieran dado este plan de trabajo como le están dando a Bunny, ¿tú crees que estaríamos en el mismo lugar? No, estaríamos en
Pero,
un lugar diferente y ya no
exactamente.
hubiéramos gastado un año en lo que hemos perdido ahorita.
Pero lo que pasó es que Chris Klein ahora ya cambió su mentalidad porque en una junta el presidente de los Outlaws casi lo iba y lo atacaba. Entonces como que ya le dio miedo. And now he's stepping it up, right, Chapin?
Y por eso ya no nos han invitado a esos meetings.
No,
¿Te das
y eso
cuenta?
porque we can't drink IPAs. We already learned that. Aprendimos que nosotros somos pinche gallos, modelos, no somos IPAs.
Tampoco tenemos que dar detalles, man.
No, facts are facts. No tomamos IPAs, ya miramos que no aguantamos.
Yeah, no, después ahí se andan quedando dormidos ustedes.
Leave those to Lars, bro. Leave those to Lars. They can take those shit. I can't.
Yeah,
Shout out to Small Bob.
Sin paja.
And then so this team is I feel we're getting ready. I feel not ready to be a contender. I think we're still a few we're a little far still, but I think we're ready to be competitive. Y para mí es muy importante que ese equipo pueda competir cada noche. Say Guillermo, he either won or lost the game. He never went and got a draw. And then sometimes it's okay to go draw in Vancouver or go get a tie on a Wednesday night in Rasa Lake. You get me? Sometimes that's okay.
Play for keeps, baby. Play for keeps.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta grind out those points. You get me? Sometimes it's important to get a point instead of either 3 or 0. But how do you guys see the season? Like for it to be a successful one, do we have to make the playoffs or what has to happen in your opinion, Marvin?
I think, you know what's funny, talking about Guillermo, a mí me daba pena, man, al final de los partidos, he looked defeated, like he looked like somebody who didn't even want to be there, ya tenía cara de sáqueme ya.
Me miraba estresado el muchacho.
No era un nivel más alto que estresado, ya se veía ya vencido por la vida, ya como aquel que un día llegó a la casa y se dio cuenta que no lo quieren y vendieron su carro cuando no estaba y regresa y...
At me, fool, at me. Just tell me they talking to me.
No, pero este año, bro, I think...
¿Hace cuánto conoces a Manny? ¿Para qué lo estás describiendo?
No, pero es cierto, pero se veía, man, pero, you know.
No, ahorita te voy a invitar una carne asada a batizar porque estás hablando de él.
No, pero yo creo, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think minimum they have to make the playoffs. Not only make the playoffs to just to make it, but they actually, I think they have a competitive team to make it at least to the second round. That's it. De ahí, anything that comes after that to me will be like a plus, like a bonus. Pero I don't think they're top 4. Even on the Western Conference, I don't see them as top 4. So I don't know. I'll be happy if they make it to the playoffs, and I can call my guy Brian and be like, "Hey, Brian, I need some tickets for the playoff game," you know. But
No,
I mean, I'm being realistic too.
I think they're a playoff team. I don't think, like I said, I don't think they're top 4 right now because we haven't seen these young French wingers come in. But from the highlights, I was doing comparison. And, before Pavon came in, right? What do we know about Pavon? That he was fast, that he was young, that he played every game, and that he was, at one point, he was one of the best Argentinian wingers that they had, right? That's what we knew about him, Pavon. And he played for Boca, right? That I will watch him every game. I would never watch him. When he came here, he performed. He played every game. He was always available. His stats weren't off the roof. We all thought that he was MVP caliber. His stats weren't off the roof because we didn't have a team around him. So I'm actually happy that these young guys are coming. Why? They're fast. They're young. Their natural position is opposite wings, right? The French team, it is the top national team, and they've came from big clubs on loans. So there's not like just like nobodies. You know what I mean? Cabrera is a PSG product.
Mm.
You know, and who does PSG have? Mbappe, French. What do they know? They're fast wingers. They're not the their way of playing is contra golpearte with their wingers. There's pace and their one on ones. If they could create some of that, like Antuna did before, like you could beat your one on one and actually create some space for our striker. When we had Antuna and Pavon on the side, Zlatan was living it because he had speed on the side.
Yeah.
He would just play the center backs. That's it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was freedom. It was freedom for him. So hopefully they can create that for Chicharito, and Chicharito a little bit more mobile. They can actually give him a ball.
Well, he needs that because Chicharito on its own. I mean, you mentioned Zlatan. The difference between Zlatan and Chicharito, Zlatan will carry the game, put it on his shoulders, and just carry the whole freaking team.
Yeah, but
Chicharito's not
it
that
was
player.
easier. It was easier for Zlatan when Pavon came in. He had two wingers.
Yeah.
And he had two wingers that could actually,
Yeah.
run with speed and actually attack their wingers. Antuna was not the best guy he's not what he is now. But I'll
Yeah.
tell you, but he had speed. You had to watch him out for him. You know what I mean? So you had to keep him honest on the side, and I
He'll
think
be-
that's what Chicharito needs.
It'll be interesting to see because, like you say, Zlatan had that. So if they give Chicharito that option, and he gets to play his favorite position, which is just waiting for a ball inside the area. I mean, if he gets that chance, it's gonna be interesting to see what he does with that. If he's actually gonna be able to perform or not.
Yeah.
And I think this is our season for Chicharito to see what he's gonna create. I don't need him to score 20 goals. I don't need him to be Zlatan. You know what I mean? I don't need him to do that. But if these two wingers can actually put some pace and attack the right back, left back, and let him just fight against the two center backs, and then you have three midfielders, which I think is going to be legit. Jonah and Vasquez that don't really lose the ball. They don't really lose the ball when they have the ball in control. It's gonna show to see if it's Chicharito or was the team,
Yeah.
because this team is starting to mold
Yeah.
based on like, hey, we have speed on those sides, we can feed you the ball. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, and you know what, man? I agree, and it's gonna be interesting to see how the team's gonna be with Kevin on one side and then Sammy on the other. It's gonna be very interesting. Kevin
Pero
is.
¿por qué decís Kevin? Sí, así
¿Y por qué
clarito decís Kevin.
no sé decir el apellido?
Cabral.
Puedes
Cabral.
decir Don Kevin.
No, porque Don Kevin soy yo. El otro es nomás Kevin, pero it's going to be interesting porque Kevin todavía no está acá en el país. Se espera que él va a estar con el equipo hasta que lleguen a Los Ángeles. Todavía falta que agarre su visa, que venga a hacer el quarantine process. Entonces tal vez ya para el primer partido lo vamos a ver. But it's going to be very,
Pero
very
según
interesting.
hay, ¿cómo se llama? Un presidente de un grupo de supporters que conozco que me dijo que él estaba en Arizona.
No,
no
lo voy a
sé
defender, lo voy a
realmente.
defender, dijo.
No sé si me estaba dando paja, no sé si, pero es, bueno, mañana lo van a ver muchos, no sé. No quiero decir nombres porque no quiero, también meter un problema.
Allá van a estar
Pero
muchos
él
presidentes.
él
Allá va a estar
asumía,
Rudy, allá
él
va a estar
asumía.
Bob, o sea, yo,
Él
muchos
asumía de que Cabral ya estaba en Arizona.
No, all right, we'll leave it at that. Pero yeah, you know what? I think no nos conviene that people will see our group text because we just say things that will never happen or might happen. You never know, but we just say things. So,
Hay muchos pajeros.
ay, como que sí.
Sin paja.
Uno ya está aprendiendo a otro, ¿verdad?
Sí, y a veces a uno lo confunden.
All right, guys, we're gonna start wrapping it up. Pero antes de irnos, let's talk about the stuff going on in the Galaxy community. Like we've been saying it, get your Galaxy Outlaws membership, $25, comes with 2 Gator masks. We're also gonna be at the pop-up shop tomorrow. There's gonna be some pre-orders on some shirts like the one Manny has. And don't just support us. Like, if you can support ACB, you can support Lars, the Galaxians. A lot of the money of memberships goes towards stuff like tifos, paints, materials, flags, a lot of stuff. It's expensive, so help us out so we could help this team have a home field advantage. Like Ronald was saying in the comments, this team needs to establish a home field advantage. We cannot be losing at home. So and then to touch a little bit, the pop up shop that's gonna be tomorrow, the blue, white, and gold pop up shop. It's from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. You could expect one
Shout
two
out to
threats
one two
there.
threats too.
Yeah,
Shout
shout out
out
to
to one
one
two
two
threats
threats
for putting
for
that today.
setting it up. Moving Silence, Counter Code, 96, Beanies by Bay, Sad Girl Sisters, AFJA, Outlaws, ACB, Riot Squad, and more. It's
Y los
gonna
panes con pavo,
Los
bros.
panes con pollo también. Nos faltó la yuca, even though there's a certain podcast that doesn't like yuca con chicharrón, but we do, right?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like yuca.
Oh, you
No.
don't? Oh,
Hell no.
man.
That's a mierda. Nah. Hell
There's
no.
always one, huh?
Yeah.
Siempre hay uno que no le gusta.
Yeah, there's always one that likes it. Like, what the
¿Y
fuck?
los chuchitos? ¿Van a haber chuchitos no?
No. Oh, Chuchito will be good. Chuchito will be good. Para la
Hey,
otra, para la otra.
Hey, Chapin, when I go set up your little studio con un pepián y unos chuchitos, that would be good.
Nah, but talking about the blue, white, and gold pop up. Like I said, big shout out to 123 putting this together. Come check out all the little tents, all the little, you know what I mean. You have the Michelada mix. You have Cali classes. I think that he has a couple of casual wear. You have ACB. I know they have like a $5 merch thing. Riot Squad also has some merch thing. We have some merch stuff too. Pick
Yeah.
up your membership. We have a raffle out. So if you pick up your membership, you'll be able to get one of these nice beer mugs.
You'll be entered
you
to a
buy-
raffle to get one.
Yeah, you'll be entered to.
Yeah.
If you buy a bonus, you'll get one. You'll
And
be
maybe you
entered
can
also.
get one of these.
Yeah, come look
Um,
for Chapin and I.
Mira.
Come find us.
These were made by a good friend of mine from high school. Her name is Pamela Tax, and she went and made 3 of these. So follow her on her page. I think it's Kaleila's mom crafts. I probably chopped that shit up, but thank you for coming through with these.
Yeah.
They're very nice. You know,
And I was seeing
I
some.
think I could probably put a 40 ounce in there.
I was seeing some
shit, really?
pictures. I've seen Counter Code post like a little preview. I've seen Moving Silence. So, hey, man, I don't know,
Oh,
pero
the-
pienso que me voy a gastar el dinero de la primera renta que tengo que pagar.
No, I'm also thinking about I'm gonna be able to cash out stimulus checks there. So if you guys need me to stand, I'll do a 1% cash in.
Yeah.
Like I said, Moving Silence and 123 are doing a remember thing. So they'll have a banner for remembering our G's that has actually fallen if we missed. And then leave a sticker, get a sticker. No sean pajeros. You leave one, you get one. Don't go out there and fucking take the whole table. You know what I mean?
Wookie.
Follow the rules. This is awesome. This is our first event after coming out of the pandemic. So wear your mask. Be safe. We'll have all the measures out there. Respect people. You know what I mean? Enjoy it. Have fun. Support our local G's. And I can't wait. I'm gonna start packing the car right now.
Let's take care of each other. If you bring alcohol, let me know.
You can't bring alcohol.
No alcohol.
Isn't it a school, bro?
In the parking lot, dude.
Estos
Nah, mira.
chapines, ¿sabes? Solo en tomar
Hey,
piensan.
go with Chapin to the park. If you guys
Yeah, and also
Bye.
to
Like,
touch.
just come say hi to us.
Yeah, come say hi. Ask Chapin
Da
for
Vinci
a picture.
Hey, Da Vinci is actually gonna go out, give out 100 free scoops. So be one of the first 100 to get some ice cream. Hey, that ice cream is delicious. If you have never tried it, try it. It is good. I tried it for
Sin
the first time
paja.
the other day. It was good. They gave me a big ass scoop. I thought I was gonna get like a little fucking one of the two Baskin Robin ones. Nah, hell nah. They hook it up.
Yeah, and just before we go, also a shout out to our first sponsor, Vortex Sports. They hooked it up with some resistance bands. So for the home opener, ahí vamos a estar all buff, waving the flags. So yeah, we'll
I
get
haven't
there.
got that one, though.
Hey, I got mine.
I haven't get mine, but someday I will get it. I think, right, man?
Yeah, because you use too much vacation days.
Oh wow! And also one last one. If you're still looking for a Night Navy $10 Galaxy jersey, hit up your local TJ Maxx. They've been available, so make sure you guys hit up the TJ Maxx. Marvin, go ahead, Manny.
Hold on. Liga G players, winners, pick up your damn jerseys tomorrow. Pick up the trophy. If not, I'm gonna give them all to Bruce. There's the trophy. Kevin got it. Kevin first time hold it, he was like, "Hey, this is nice."
On point. And you know what, man? I think we should just keep it already because Galacticos, we're gonna take it this season, so might as well keep it here already, right?
Kevin.
All right, guys. We're gonna start going. Marvin, big shout out to you. Thank you for being second straight week with us. We really enjoyed having you here. Be able to talk about photography, talk about this team. So big shout out to you. Thank you very much. And we'll see you tomorrow at the pop up. Where could people get in touch with you on social media?
Oh, for sure, man. First of all, let me say thank you guys for having me the second week in a row. It was cool to be on it with Chapin, though. He's the man, the myth, the legend.
Qué honor.
No.
But yeah, dude, if you guys want to, follow me, just follow me on Marvin G Photography on Instagram. Wait, is it on or at? It's at, right? Okay, follow me at Marvin G Photography on Instagram. I'm going to try to cruise by tomorrow. I have 2 gigs, so I'm going to try to squeeze it in between my little shooting gigs because I want to come and, say what's up to you guys in person. And if anybody wants to come, say what's up. It'd be cool to see some of my fellow G creators, designers, some of the barras, bro. I never really hung out with the barras, so you guys had my first experience to the supporting groups, and so far it's been
be
cool.
careful, you might pass out in the restroom.
Nah, bro, I don't even drink, man. 5 years sober, so if you guys want to come hang out, have a cafecito, hit me up. If you want a beer, hit up Chapin.
You just can drive.
Yeah, man. Really, you're thinking about drinking at a school? Come on, bro.
All right, Manny,
that's when you know he has a problem, huh? That's when you know he has a problem.
But thank you guys for having me. It was cool being here back to back with you guys. You guys are awesome.
Anytime, man. Manny, where could they catch you on the social media?
You guys can catch me on Twitter at Manny2_G. You guys catch me at the Blue and White tent tomorrow. I'll be there walking around. I'll be giving away Baltasar's and Kevin stickers away. I will be eating a pan. That's for sure. I'm gonna go eat the pan con pollo, baby. That's what I'm gonna get.
Chapin, ¿dónde te pueden encontrar on social media?
El Chapin 87. Big shout out to Marvin. Thank you for coming down. Thank you for replacing me last week. Ya sabes que estos no quieren soltar nada. Si no te absentas, no te dan dinero de más. Entonces le tuve que decir a Kevin, bueno, ¿me soltaste un par de camisolas o algo? ¿O me pagas con algo?
I know. I like the podcast. I like the community shirt that he's wearing, bro.
Yeah. Also, we'll see you tomorrow. Also, one big shout out to Arquitecto Verbal, our new intro. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard it in other podcasts as well. Stay tuned because that's coming for the home opener. He's going to be releasing his full CD. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. But you are able to catch us on social media, community_G on Twitter and Instagram. Also, if you want to be on or know someone, a Galaxy fan that wants to be on, make sure you guys reach out to us. But until next week, 9:15, G's up, and we'll see you tomorrow at the pop-up.
Let's keep it pushing through the 110 on the freeway. So bring the soccer ball, we getting at the soccer moms. Politic with OGs, waiting till the game is on. 121, sit behind the goalie bomb. Sunday night soccer, call me when the game is on. Gotta put the flags up, Kobe with the mask up. Cosmo in the galaxy, we about to blast off. Oh yeah, it's about to be lit. In the sky with the fireworks to go with a chip. We about to meet micheladas, come and get me a sip. Gotta show us some love, come and chill for a bit. Seen her go for the fame, or a hat with a trick, so don't go for them blames. Be a G with us quit, 9-6. Remember we the veterans who trying to be the veteran and mastering the elements. Don't judge us by our melanin. The color of our city is what really makes us elegant. Kicking with them aliens.